The term military analyst does not a legally protected term. It's not like doctor. It's more like economist. You know, any asshole can start calling themselves one and fart out a vaguely plausible opinion on the current situation.
It's, I love, man, yeah, I know they say it's a curse, may you live in interesting times, but it's still interesting times. As long as you have no genetic lineage or kids to pass on in the world of hell that's a coming, it's kind of fun to watch. It's fun to enjoy the decline. From a couple days ago, New York Times, women on Bumble no longer have to make the first move. Oh no, the equalities, it stings, it hurts so much. No, not the equalities, not the responsibilities, it hurts so much. Dude, you can't even, it's not even asking out a guy. You're not even asking out a guy. It's texting the guy first. And ever since what little amount I've done on research of this beforehand, they even create AI apps to give pre-scripted initial context. You guys, what I love this because it shows you I don't give a flying fuck what people say. What do they do? And I know it sounds doomer pill or black pill or incredibly pessimistic. Dude, the data is adding up real quick that I'm right. They just don't like you that much. How much easier could it have been for you girls to, and I appreciate that the original premise of Bumble, it did solve a very important problem, and that is guys don't want to bother girls for the most part. They don't. I don't think they all want to bother girls. They think that maybe their presence, girls would like them. In any case, it was a very good idea. Hey, why don't you girls contact the guys first? And that way we don't interrupt, we don't harass, we don't bother you. Because the sexual interest anyway in women is disproportionate of men to women than it is women to men. So it, and for all the I can't find a guy and all the drama and all the bullshit on the internet, you girls can't even use an AI assisted text. This is like when the mascot comes out in the basketball halftime, some ridiculous furry with an oversized head, and they put the trampoline, and ain't no one blocking him or nothing. He just gets to do some crazy mascot dunking, bounces off the trampoline and dunks. You get the trampoline, you can't even grab the ball. And I don't care how controversial a statement that is. This wouldn't happen if I was wrong. Y'all don't like guys that much. That's fine. Just say it. Women on Bumble no longer have to make the first move. A dissatisfaction with online dating grows. The app that put women in control is shifting course. I could look it up later what their finances are. It's over. Just like I said before, the best thing, not just for Bumble, but all you publicly traded or even privately held online dating apps, just close down the operation, liquidate your assets, pay off your debts. And if there's any money left over, please pay back your shareholders, whatever residual amount there is. Written by Valeria Safronova. As the sheen of dating apps dulls, more Americans are reporting bad experiences on them. Has anyone reported a good experience? I know there's a handful of guys that have had good experiences. Crap in my eye. Frustrated by bots, subscription costs, and high effort to reward ratios, Gen Z is fleeing the apps in hope of real life meet cutes. Of real life meet cutes? That's how it is, not cuties. Real life meet cutes. I just learned the term corporate nun. Now what a meet cutes. Early this year, Bustle declared that dating apps are in their flop era. Now all the apps are taking this backlash without a fight on Tuesday because they still got some money left over in the account. No, don't return it to the shareholders. We're doing a Hail Mary pass so we can just keep the lights on a little bit. Get a couple more corporate executive checks here, all right? We're taking the corporation in a new direction filled with a talented pool of talented people. We're going to leverage our synergies, boldly leading us into a new and better world. New and better chapter of filling corporation that's about to lose all of its money. Name here. Tuesday, after months of internal shakeups and stock market woes, Bumble took a shot at winning back hearts and minds with a redesign, which includes a break with the app's requirement that women make the first move. So now you're no different than anything else. You don't even provide that shield from all the junk mail, essentially. I would have thought, I'm not a gal. I would have thought, especially busy corporate women, if you didn't have time for that, and you don't have time to sift through all your requests in your inbox. That might actually lead to a date or finding love or a husband. You don't have time for that. I thought this would have streamlined the process, and it would. What? That wasn't even good enough? How much easier do you want it? A lot of you guys way off in left field. We're gonna get when we get whatever robotic test tube babies or this and that. I think you're going the wrong direction. We can clone. We got cloning technology. Man, if I was Hugh Jackman or Ryan Reynolds or the guy who was in the Barbie movie, like really good looking guys, I would just clone myself. It would be Orwellian. It would be like Blade Runner, but we're just going to make super hot clones for women, right? Hugh Jackman, I mean, we could create many clones of Hugh physically. It won't actually end up being Hugh Jackman. But if we start now, you girls in 25 years would just have some perfectly spectacular, perfect physically anyway, men. And then you don't have to deal with it. Why not throw your money instead of dating apps? Why don't y'all just throw it into cloning? And we'll raise them like slaves, which was the premise of Blade Runner, where it's like your only goal is to ask out these women and become a sex slave for them. Okay, Johnny. Hearts of Mine, which includes a break with the app's requirement that women make the first move. A new feature which the company has called Opening Move. Oh, you even named it. You gave it some euphemistic name. Opening Move. Just as it's always been. Men doing the shit. Men taking the risks. Women, frankly, sitting on your ass and hoping. And hope is not a strategy. Allows women to place on their profiles a question like, what is your dream vacation? This is so dumb. Guys, do you understand why you need to ask out women in person? Now, just avoid all this shit. I mean, you all are. You're moving chairs in the Titanic. None of this shit is going to bring your company back to profitability because, as I've said before in previous videos about online dating apps, is that it's in the title, dating apps. And if you don't deliver dates, it's not going to be profitable. Who controls the dates? Women control the dates, supply of dates. And look up any Tinder analytics. Girls do not provide enough dates with regularity or to enough men that men find this worth their time or the money for the subscription and the searching. It's like me trying to sell diet and exercise as a weight loss program to Americans when there's Ozempic. They don't want it. It's not going to work. Again, I hope y'all had a good run, whatever the 10 years it was. Hang on. Before I go on, I want to see Bumble financials. I want to see if they've ever made money. I want to see the quarterly. I want to scroll. Not a reference to the Marvel movie. I want to scroll. 2021 operating income, total expenses, net. What the God, jeez. There's EBITDA, good old EBITDA. Just give me the net profit, net income from continuing operations. How did you have a $309 million profit? in 2020? Oh, was that the disease? All right, so 2020 there was nothing. Where did they how? They had an operating loss. Where did you get the gain? Pre-tax income, tax provision. Do you have loss carry forwards? Net income to stockholders. You had 181 million profit pre-tax, but your pre-tax income was a loss. I think this is a non-cash or I think it's a non-cash expense. They haven't had a profit in the past 3 years, 3.5 years. Year to date, they're down 4 million. Just give it up. I got an idea. Yeah, what's that, Bob? We're gonna sell a service based on women's courage to make the first move. Oh, that sounds great. How many billions would you want, Bob? A new feature which a company has called opening moves allows women to have men do all the work. Oh, to place on their profiles a question like, what is your dream vacation? To which men who match can respond. In non binary STEM gender matches, both sides can include these prompts. The shift is a major one for Bumble. Until now, a man who matched with a woman on the app had to wait for her to message him first. If she did not initiate a conversation, the match would expire after 24 hours. Whitney Wolf Hurd founded Bumble in 2014. All right, well, how did it do beforehand? That's 10 years of operations. There must have been some profit in the past. Once you had a ton of funding that you just ate through over a decade. She said the idea was to give women more control. I had a series of bad relationships and I felt I was controlled by a man. Not focus, Aaron. She added, whether it was don't wear this or you can't hang out with this person or you need to be home at this time. All right, that's controlling. I don't know why you would date that guy. But you chose to. But over the years, Bumble received feedback from women who found that making the first move was a lot of work or a burden. A lot of work. A lot of work. Hi, how are you? A burden. Guys, let's read this again and let's translate it into English. But over the years, Bumble received feedback from women who found that making the first move was a lot of work or a burden. Contacting men that presumably they're interested in because they matched, that's too much of a burden. That's too much work for them to put into starting a relationship or a prospective relationship. I cannot emphasize this enough, guys. Y'all think I'm pessimistic. Y'all think I'm like, their interest in men is so little, it is a burden. And not like an annoyance. I got to brush my teeth. It's a burden, I guess. Burden's just an annoyance. It is such a burden, it's not worth it to them to execute on in the chance that they'd have a romantic or successful or future relationship. Texting a guy first is too much of a burden. What would be marriage and kids? Damn, I'm good. I'm good, man. Cappy gonna pat his back a little bit. My, it may not happen, but if I had to put money on it, 100 years from now, they're gonna say, dude, there was this economist who was way ahead of his time, way on top of his game. He knew this shit was going to lead to economic collapse. And everyone wanted their emotions and feelings. Oh, but no, women are just being traditional. They want her shy. Like, no, they don't like you that much. No. Guys, look at the behavior. Look at this. Don't listen. All the why you girls even have dating magazines or articles or the Lord knows how many millions or billions of articles have been written. Look, I've said it before. Honesty will always, the truth will always benefit the relationship between the person receiving the truth and the person telling the truth. It may not be it may not be a comfortable truth, But truth is a much better policy to go forward with. Just tell guys the truth. You're not that interested. It's men. Oh God, I know the polls say men are seventh in women's priority list, but God, you're behind getting their nails done if they can't. It's got to be effectively even lower than that. Just tell guys you're not that interested. What the hell I got going on here? What is this? It's annoying me too. The hell is that? And then you guys know, and then you know not to bother them, not to waste your time, and we get along more peacefully. But girls don't do the why can't I find 30 ways to find a guy, dating gossip. Just knock it off. Don't even have just if you want, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, or however more people are meeting. The dating apps are social media now. Say hi to the guy. Okay, cool. Wait for the guy to ask you up, but just knock it off with the facade. There is no more facade. There isn't. It's just another dating app. Over the years, Bumble received feedback from women who found that making the first move was a lot of work or a burden. Let's not admit you're also all cowardly. You are nowhere near men when it comes to courage. Nowhere near. Not saying men and women aren't equal. I'm saying they're different. And Miss Wolf Heard began thinking about how to release the pressure. Opening moves, she said, is a result of that process, a way to let women maintain control while not feeling the stress of initiating all the conversation. Now that that's pablum. That's word speak. You cannot maintain control, yet have other people decide whether or not to make the decision or take the action. The men are now back in control. I don't care what flowery, euphemistic bullshit term you gave it, opening moves. Men are now in control. They are now. Just like any other dating platform, I don't know. I don't think women have ever been prohibited from reaching out to men. Right? There's not an app out there where like, no, only men can make the first move. But whether you want to call it genetics, cowardice, whatever, disinterest, now we're back to square one. Men are in control. Men will decide whether or not they want to reach out to you. And then you then are counter in control, whether you want to respond or not. But women, you're not, let's read through this lie again. Opening moves, she said, is a result of that process, a way to let women maintain control while not feeling the stress of initiating all the conversations. No, the person who initiates the conversation has control. The person with choice, the person with agency, the person with responsibility, and ultimately who takes the action is the one, or inaction, they also choose that. They are the one who is in control. The update arrives after a turbulent period at the company in November. Ms. Wolf Heard announced that she would leave her post as chief executive. Lydia Ann Jones, previously chief executive of Slack, took over the leadership reins in January. The following month, Bumble announced it would cut 350 jobs, about 1/3 of its workforce. Imagine that. Selling dates that never happen is not profitable. Since Bumble's initial public offering in 2021, the company's stock price has dropped 86%. Bumble isn't alone in this decline. Match Group's stock prices also suffered in the same time period. What's kind of fascinating, not to bore you guys with financial theory, but prices convey a lot of information. And you could see these stock prices tanking. You could say that's measuring women's interest in men, or at least Gen Z's interest in using online dating apps. I think men and women have the same genetic interest they always have had in each other. But when it comes to execution and actually taking actions within society and in a market, the stock price of these dating apps is not the worst proxy by which to measure it. And it's down 86%. I guess revenues technically would be more, subscribers would be a better measure. There are currently so many dating apps. Catherine D. Caduto, an assistant professor. Oh, here's where we go to the academic hacks who don't know anything, and they're not going to tell you the truth. The reason the dating apps are failing is because there's no dates. Now here's Miss Academic, poopy pants, who's going to tell us the politically correct and nice reason it's not working. There's so many dating apps. Catherine Caduto, an assistant professor of media science. Here's an 83 IQ for you. At Boston University said, the feeling she said among people with whom she has spoken in her research is which of these apps can fulfill what users are looking for? Maybe none of them. Miss Jones countered that millions of people around the world continue to rely on dating apps. In 2023, Bumble had 42 million active monthly users across its brands. How many dates? How many? Not joking. You go look at Tinder analytics. I know Tinder is not Bumble, but you usually have tens of thousands of swipes on the men's side, resulting in single digit dates. So that's less than 1%. I think less than 1/10 of 1% even. So that's great. You got 42 million. Now knock off 5 zeros, 4 zeros, sorry. 42 million. I can't do the math. I can't count. I'm saying a fraction of the subscribers are actually getting dates. Half of the US adults under 30 have tried out a dating app or website, according to Pew, but those users are rarely impressed by what they find. An Axios Generation Lab survey of nearly 1,000 college and graduate students found that most of the respondents rarely open their dating apps. Yeah, because it doesn't work. College students are busy. They got shit going on. I don't have time to sign up for an app to listen to women not say anything. That's what Bumble be. You come to the party. I mean, if it was a physical party, an audience, just hundreds, thousands of women in the audience, and then you and three other schmucks or 10 other bachelors are sitting there up on the stage. And at any point in time, they could reach out to you, and you just sit there and you wait for a while. And after about like 5 to 10 minutes, you'd be like, "Is anything going to happen?" And be like, fuck this shit. I gotta go do something. I gotta go grocery shopping. In recent years, competitors have also been turning up the heat on mainstream players like Bumble. A crop of new apps use machine learning to help people start and continue conversations with potential. You got AI and computer software and algorithm. Guys, just go and ask the girl out in person. You're in Vegas, right? You're at a casino. There's a cute girl. Hey, do you wanna get a cocktail? You're cute. Simple, so simple. Not a guarantee. You're cute. You single? Well, no, I'm not. Want to get coffee? And then you get ooh. And maybe you shouldn't even ask if they're single. I take that back. It's just so petty. We have to be so scripting like this. Don't ask if they're single because you want to give her the opportunity to say, I have a boyfriend. Okay. So you say, you're cute. You want to get a coffee? I have a boyfriend. Oh, no problem. But thank you. Yeah, no problem. Good luck with the guy you got now. Sure, it'll go great. Yeah, but we're going to use algorithms. News app use machine learning to help people start and continue conversations with potential dates. At least one dating app even goes further. Oh, what? How are we further complicating this? How? Promising to conduct initial conversations on behalf of its users via chatbots. Honest to fucking Christ. Look, y'all, you're just not that interested. That's fine. Everyone be honest. Just say you're not that interested. If you're having AI chatbots do the texting for you, you're not interested. Just say so. Bumble and Tinder have also used machine learning for years because their clients are too stupid and cowardly to actually take action. Oh, I'm sorry. Particularly in their matching algorithms and along with opening moves. I have another question for the IT people. If none of your apps are making money, doesn't that mean your algorithms have failed? Like, what use is the algorithms if ain't nobody going on? Like, isn't that a failure? Wouldn't you just throw away just me? Say I was turnaround expert, captain and CEO of the Bumble bots or whatever, and I come in and I'm like, how much are we spending on this algorithm bullshit? How much of that? All right, it's not working. You're all fired. Get rid of the algorithms. Just show them people in their zip code. They get to click through it. That's it. We're not doing algorithms. Doesn't we? It's an unnecessary expense. Oh, machine learning. It's come to this. Bumble is introducing other features Oh, and along with opening moves, Bumble is introducing other features that won't work for shit. I mean, this week that will inform its algorithm. Users can now add two dating intentions. Honest to fucking God. I Gee, I wonder why guys are resorting to prostitution. I really wonder. I wonder why escorts at the girlfriend arrangement. What the hell is they call it? The girlfriend experience. I wonder why guys are staying at home. I wonder why they're jerking off to the prawn. Oh God. Users can now add two dating intentions like intimacy without commitment and ethical non-monogamy. What the fuck? To their profiles. They can also input character traits that they prioritize, such as loyalty or sarcasm, and add causes that they support, like Black Lives Matter or feminism. Right, there's a hot really. Oh, yeah, that's hot. You're just like everybody else. You're as common as dog shit. That's hot. I want a person who has no uniqueness or independent thought and just swallows the Kool-Aid whole and has the perfect politically correct positions on everything. I totally can fall in love with that personality. I'm not for it, but you look at that the statement here, and you get loyalty, sarcasm, Black Lives Matter, or feminism. What's the difference between that and what TFM's got with his sex bot girlfriend? What's the difference between that and a sex robot? Really, I want to know what's the difference. There's no uniqueness. There's no independent thought. It's just you got a programmed, informed AI for a brain. Miss Wolf Hurd said that she envisioned a tool in which AI functions as something of a personal assistant. Your AI bot goes out, interfaces with thousands of profiles, and comes back with 30 it thinks are right for you. Okay, let me help out those of the female audience. We have some, and you want to find a guy. Okay, I've said this before. If you're really serious about finding a guy, you need to. This is the work. Anything that is good requires work. The work you have to do is go through all the messages in your inbox and look for the guys that might have mechanics overalls on, who might be wearing a hat or something, and look for the diamond in the rough. You have to look for the guy who isn't like this scripted model-esque plate. You're not going to get him. But somewhere in the 400 messages you got on your dating app, which is going to be a long amount of work and time, you are much better off spending the 4 hours you would have spent getting ready and going to a nightclub and just getting drinks and not meeting anybody, going through your matches, taking the time to give it a little bit more than a 2-second glance and say, wait, this guy is an electrician. Well, he doesn't. Okay, I know he's fishing, and I don't like fishing, but in the picture, but look at those arms. Oh, well, yeah, he dresses like he's from Nebraska. That's not sexy, but those forearms seem to be pretty sinewy. He looks like, well, maybe I should go out with Bucky. And you put in the work, date a bunch of guys, and then you can't guarantee, but you have a much higher chance of finding a guy than not following up, not sifting through your inbox, and having an AI assistant. Here's the top 30 based on whether you like Black Lives Matter or you're polyamorous. Do you think sex is fluid? Here's your matches. I, just so you know, the AI is only going to be as intelligent or insightful as the people that program it. And it sounds like these are going to be a bunch of leftist idiots who are programming it. Oh, feminism's really important. Like, I would not be, if you want to find it, that would not be like, no, you're not doing that. I should become a dating coach for women. Like, here, this is what you do. Shh, Do you want it? First question. Cappy's dating service for women. First question. Do you really want to find a guy? How important is it to you? Be honest. It won't work if you're not honest. really want to find out. All right. But it says here, your feminism is more important to you. Is it more important to you than finding a guy? Well, yeah, it is. All right. Well, you're not going to find a guy then. Not one you're going to really like anyway. All right. So, but you're honest about it. So now you are liberated and you don't have to worry about. But then there might be some sheep. You know, it goes against everything I've been told. And the leftist Democrat feminist, matriarch will send their assassins after me. But I really want to get married to be a stay-at-home mom. It's like Pete the Puma. Oh, jeez. Man, how did that voice actor do it? Can't do it. Hang on. There you go. Then you guys know who Pete the Puma is. 1 lumps or 2? Oh, 3 or 4. And then I'd say, okay, I won't tell anyone you actually like men and want to be a stay-at-home mom. We'll do pinky swear, promise keepers, quiet seas, okay? It's all secret between you and me. No, grow your hair out long, pull the fucking nose ring out of your nose, and go hit the fucking gym. Be nice. And go through all the matches in your inbox. Mix it. Nice. No one's going to know where that's from either. All this horseshit. Just, God damn. That thinks is right for you, she said. Then she added the bot could hold basic conversations on your behalf and could filter out responses that are rude or not aligned with your value. Yeah. Yep. So you girls don't. They want men, as long as there's no effort in. I know it was a joke. I used to say, 18 to 22, I go to college. Then I get my master's degree, I'm at 24. And then from 24, I get my certification, get my loan, and I'm at 26. And then at 26, then I go and I work. And then at 31 and a half in 3 days, then I go to the boyfriend store, get a husband store, and get myself a husband. At the husband store, and I get married and have 2.1 kids. By 33 and 1/4. You really think it is the husband store, don't you? You really? I got to go and find someone that I emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, and sexually get along with. And that's going to be as easy as just having a bot do this for me. Do I need to put this on a PowerPoint presentation? No, hang on. All right, that was a quick interruption from Cox Communication. Do you need it like put with them planes that spell it out with smoke in the sky, just how little interest women have generally? Do I need to spell that out for you? In contrast, however, some online dating companies are fighting app fatigue by trying to get people off their phones through dinners with strangers, connections forged over local favorite spots, and chaotic single parties where guests bring a match from Tinder as a +1. Those aren't working either. Those are essentially speed dating and singles events. Those don't work either. They just don't. I mean, yeah, if you're good looking enough, anything works. Guys. And ladies, don't worry. I wouldn't dare burden you with maybe asking out a guy you like. That would just be too crazy. Guys, you see a cute girl. Whoa, come on. You see a cute girl at the bowling alley. Ask her out. That's it. I can't believe we spent billions of dollars. I did look into it. There were multiple billions of dollars that went into funding of some of these companies. Just you could have spent the billions of dollars on literally anything else. Oh, hang on. All right. Cox Communication. Oh! time I keep hitting it goes back out. Here we go for a fourth time. Cox Communications, everybody. I have shit to do today. I'm gonna find out who the president and owner or CEO of Cox Communication is. I'm just gonna tag you on this video because you're a piece of shit. Your company's a piece of shit. Let's finish this up. We're almost done. We'll get to the super chats, and I'm just gonna read so you can see just how good Cox Communication Internet is in Las Vegas. And I know. Don't say, but you can get this. I know. Not my house. Dating with strangers, Tinder +1. People are craving the sense of a spontaneous connection, Miss Wolford said, but she doesn't see this desire as the end of dating apps. She said the dating apps are over. The dating apps are over. The reality is technology is just too good and too convenient and it's too helpful. No. So there you are. All right, let's go to the super chats with shitty internet. You guys ready? Hang on, let me look up who the president and CEO of Cox Communication. Mark Greattrex. What a fake fucking name if I've ever heard. Mark Greattrex. Look at this douche canoe. Joined in 2011. Oh, God. Longtime resident. He lives with his wife, Caroline, who teaches yoga at several studios. Coma. Look it up. 3 children, blah, 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 blah. We'll raise awareness about that douche canoe later. All right. Super chats. Let's get it quickly done before Greattrex fake name. Patrick Burns, $20. Good work. $20. Good work you're doing here. Thanks for the 20 generous dollars, Patrick. I appreciate it. My Truth, the king. Aaron Clary, the next Adam Smith of his time. Yep. And you know what it's going to be 100 years from now? They're going to say like, no duh, man. Really? Family and beautiful women is what powered the economy? No shit, Sherlock. You need a study? You need an economist to tell you that? Mark Magani, $2. Women don't know what they want. They're like kids. I can't say whether I agree or not. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. Do you guys see the meme? To lend a little bit of credence to what Mark says. You see the meme where it's a woman on death row. It's woman death row, and the guard comes in. What do you want for your last meal? She says, I don't know. What do you want? My Truth, the king, $2. You forgot to clap as you speak, cause it makes you real as fuck. Sorry, I'm not a 23-year-old girl TikToker. Urban Hermit, $2. I mean, it seems like women prefer prostitution too. I don't know. Do they pay for it though? Gigolos? That's very rare. Remember doing research. I think of all the prostitution industry, I think men only account for gigolos only account for about 5% of it. And it would be what you expected, rich old ladies who want a young stud. Christoph Anon, $5. Dating apps copying social media scammer bots. Bot tries to get a human response, then flags a scammer to take over. Dancing Llama, $5. Where would the best locations to go ask out a girl? I think it's an under-addressed in the manosphere. Some cities bad. You're approaching it the wrong way. What are you going to do? Go uproot your current life and career to go? Well, there's so many more women. I looked at the sex ratios. There's more women. I mean, technically, New York City. Do you want to live in New York City? I'm sorry, I don't like adult Democrats pooping in the street and attacking innocent civilians. Uh, it if you go and read through the book of numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women, the number one thing you could do, aside from improving your looks and being tall, which you don't control tall, is the number of women you ask out. I'm not kidding, guys. You just see a cute girl, ask her out. Are some of them going to reject you? Yeah, most of them are going to reject you. Are some going to be mean about it? Yeah, I remember I wasn't even asking her out. A girl was reading a book on a beautiful day, and I said, "What are you reading a book on a beautiful day like this for?" She's like, "Why does it shock you a woman reads?" I'm like, I literally enjoy dying alone. It just enjoy being just fuck off. Uh, you just have to ask out more people in your area. I'd be a little careful if you're in a small community, like a small rural town. Don't be the guy asking out all the girls all the time. That's where Paul Bauer, I know it's go look Come On Man podcast, Paul Bauer. He has a course on like rural game. And because he's lived it and he's done it. Green Schwartzer, $5. I think the AI girlfriends will do way better than you think. Already basically talking to bots as it is. No, I think they will do better than you think I think they will do. Because you pointed out most of the interaction happening now today in the West anyway is digital, it's not real. And I make the logical argument, okay, whether there's a real girl at the end of it or not, you're not meeting this person. So why not get rid of the real girl? Just go create because it's fake. They're both lies. It's just that there's a robot or AI at the end of one, and there's a real person at the end of another. And even then, those girls aren't doing the texting. It's usually a lot of time a staff, usually guys, who are sending the texting to the guys, and they're watching OnlyFans or whatever. So yeah, and I think young men look. The internet is putting a big old magnifying glass. This article, by the way, which I read, it's the New York Times. They're unaware of how much that pulled back the curtain to shine even more as to the realities of the true interest women have in men, the dating market, the sex world. We're just like, look at this. Look, it's too inconvenient for girls to just text a guy. And so young as we go on and younger generations, but more internet soon, you're going to be current generation being born right now will have nothing but the internet. They'll know. And it's like, okay, why? They'll even get to, I guarantee you, we'll get to a point, say, even 5 years from now, young boys who are 12, 13 now, they'll be young adults in 5 short years. And they say, yeah, can you believe these guys paid a girl to fake? Yeah, I got my AI girlfriend, and she said the sweetest thing, and and won't even be any shame with it. Now, I don't think they'll be the majority of young men, but they're going to be like, why would I pay an OnlyFans girl who isn't real when I don't have to pay AI at all? That also isn't real. So I think that market will be shut down or have some serious competition going on there. But that only reinforces my point. You should be asking out real women in public. And look, you know what would be great is if like we did a year experiment, like we did a hashtag. We got a trend going where men were actually asking out women in public. Like, okay, here we go. 2025, men asking out, hashtag men asking out girls in public. And you'll see immediately, the internet will catch it and record it all, women's response. And we're either going to say, thank you guys, we really appreciate it. Or this is harassing. I'm annoyed. But there's too many men. Did you see this hashtag? Oh my God, latest guy, the view, the latest hashtag, men asking out women in public. Oh, they're veiny. It's inconvenient. Da, 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 da. And then you'll have your answer that year. And then we'll say, hey, do you remember 2025, the great experiment? The great experiment 2025. We didn't have to do it for a year. Just do it for a month. Just do it for a month. We're asking out girls out in public now. You will have your answer in a month, whether girls in general are interested or not. But I still say that's better than the AI and all that other stuff because it's not real. AI or OF. It doesn't matter. Clary about to lose his shirt for real. It's just because it's so hypocritical. Yeah, the New York Times used to be somewhat a reputable magazine back in the day. Now they don't even hear themselves. No one they don't hear themselves. They spilled the beans. They exposed like we don't like men enough to ask you out to text. And you know what? I'll even grant that through the magical world of the female mind, they didn't actually mean it that way. Well, no, we really, but again, I got to ask you your optics. What do you think men see? But that's not what we meant. Well, too bad. That's what it came off like. It's not that I want to kill Lois. It's just that I don't want her to live anymore. Ken Rose, $1. Thanks, Ken. Christoph Anon, $2. Try doing one with the PC connected to a 5G phone. Try doing one with. What are you talking about? Jebediah Kerman, $2. What do you think about VTubers, like vloggers? Isn't that what I'm doing right now? I don't know. I mean, depends on the VTuber. I got nothing against them. Yeah, go do your thing. I'm for it, generally speaking. Yes, even the people that I would disagree with, unless you're like, kill that group of people or discriminate against those people because it's fun and edgy and popular now. That I'm generally against. My truth, the king, $2. Laugh out loud. We need to normalize men having self-respect. I think it's happening. The guys are just like, no, I'm not doing this. What else would a retreat be called? One might call it cowardice, sure, but I think they're doing the math, they're doing the calculus. I got other stuff to do. I really do. Now, I don't think that means you should all become like these incel neats, nilfs, not in the labor force, not what you think. That doesn't excuse you to be a parasite or, just get your chicken tendies and put it in your armpit on an EBT card, which is the fashion nowadays. But going to college or working hard or building your house or going and adventuring or going for hikes, that's a productive, healthy use of your time. As opposed to what? A dating app? A dating app, a horrific waste of time. Nightclubs, horrific waste of time. Taking the 5 seconds, count me on this. Hey, you're cute. You want to go out? How long did that take? While you're on an errand, you're doing anyway. I don't think that costs you anything. The actual date itself might. You might have to. Now you got time come in. She says yes. PI $2. Cappy, please don't let Cox give you an aneurysm. No, I'm just gonna. Dude, this is common in the Valley. The Valley is the Las Vegas Valley. Cox is just known to have shit internet here. And when I went in, I'm like, hey, we got shit internet. Oh, well, you can pay to have someone diagnosed. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off. Kay Dacus, $2. Oh, no, more high. Oh, no, no more high or hey. Yeah. And in the previous topic, we talked about this. Those of you who did use the app, Bumble, were saying all you got was these one-word shit. And not in our soft guy era. We need you to come. You need to make us laugh in the first 5 seconds, or get out of here, brokey, or whatever the words are that they. I'm trying to learn the jargon so I can be down with the peeps. Yeah. Hi, hey, back to yourself. Okay, don't you all have something better to? I really. Goes to Tsushima 2 is coming out. Walk in the park, jiu-jitsu. I'm not joking. Get your finances together. Do you have a 401k? Do you have an IRA? Well, maybe you ought to go set one up. Do you have a will and living testament? Why don't you go set one? There's so much other stuff you could do just to not even necessarily improve your life, but dental work. Have you gone to the doctor? Did you turn to the left and cough? Have you had if you're old enough, have you had a doctor's finger up your ass to check your prostate? I'm not kidding. Those at least serve a function. least you're not wasting your time. Did you mow the grass? Did you change the oil? There's all this other stuff you could be doing that's more practical than being on a dating app with, hey, hi, I'm changing the oil. You want to come over here and make me some food? It'd just be fun. I'll show you how to change over oil. Come on over. Urban Hermit, $2. When you're going on, it's a Gundam. Well, when he invites me, why did he invite me? I'm a big fan of his. I like him, and like he's up there with Critical Drinker and Yellow Flash and World Class Bullshitters. Yeah, I really enjoy It's a Gundam. Christoph Anon, $2. Try a 5G hotspot instead of Cox. Yeah, okay. Now we run into Verizon, which is a whole other issue. It just trust me when I say this, guys. Since it's not my house, I have optimized it as much as I can. Jebediah Kerman, $5 again. 4 years ago, I was bleeped enough to pay for a lifetime of a lifetime. They had a subscription for a lifetime. This super chat is probably worth more than worth the money than that. I didn't know you could get guys, never do a lifetime subscription to anything. Never, ever. JE, $5. Slamming my thumb in a door repeatedly is a better use of my time. Have some money. Thank you, JE. Donating super chats to Cappy is a better use of your time. It is. You'll get me to say, yell, and scream. There you go. And ladies, at any point in time, you have an opportunity to make comments in the comments section, do a response video, send me an email explaining. Tell me we're wrong. I'd love to know if we're wrong. Oh, no, you don't understand. It's really like this. All right. Oh, okay. Well, then now we know. Remember, truth enhances relationships for the better. So you tell me why, but otherwise they don't realize what a big old light this is. They don't realize just how much they pulled back the curtain back with this article. And everyone's like, wow. And I feel a little vindicated too. If you permit me one more point, I feel a little vindicated myself. Oh, that's awfully pessimistic. Well, you just blah, 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 blah. Like they can't even text you. There you go. Link below related. The Book of Numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. That's linked below. Today's article by the New York Times has further vindicated that book. Not that I wanted to. I wish it would go the other way. You can pick that up and read that. There's also, what do I have linked below? The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. Look, if girls aren't going to be texting you, that's too much of a burden. A lot of you are just not going to be having long-term relationships in your life, women included. This comes from Rise of the She Economy, where women also agree they're not going to. So this is not like, oh, women are abandoning us. Women are more interested in other things. That means half of you are not going to have a significant other in your life. So what are you going to do with life? Because that's what life was about. Hey, boo boy, did you know the girls are coming out and chasing after our picnic baskets because we're less dangerous than men's? Right? Get The Menu, Life Without the Opposite Sex. It is a menu of all the things you can do in life that is better than going on a dating app and getting a bunch of haze and high. If you're lucky enough to get that. Generated by an AI bot, no less. And then what the hell is link? Oh, link below. Get your financial shit together. I have a course called Achieving Financial Excellence. That's available on that's a damn platforms. Teachable. That's it. No more super. That's it. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.